Good morning, TikTok. How you guys doing today? My name is Officer Dante. So today we're going to be talking about things I knew before security. I'm gonna try to. It might be out of order, but each experience is different. So we're going to start with number one. It's going to be paperwork. I'm probably going to be quick on this. Depending on what paperwork you got to do for the job, if it's an incident report, shift report, daily log report, or any paperwork that requires, any extra work or writing, yes. The only good thing is it takes you time. Now, the worst paperwork you can do is an incident report. Because if something happens on post, they require you to do a full incident report. And you're just sitting there either typing, trying to figure out what you did, what happened, and also how to write that all in one form. It's easy for some people, some other people, it is hard. I can tell you that for a fact. But yeah, paperwork. It's not a lot of paperwork, but sometimes you will have to do it. Number two is going to be walking, sitting, or standing. When they put that in the job description, they mean that. Because I've been in posts where I'm sitting down all day, which can get boring. Posts where I'm in the car all day, which can get boring pretty much, but it's pretty chill post if you get a patrol car and you got to drive around all day, walk around periodically. Standing long periods in one spot for more 8 hours or more. I have done that. It sucks. Your feet hurt after a while. Or you have to walk a huge property. Good exercise. I guarantee you guys that. Or stairs, depending on the property. So I'll give you an example. I had to do outside of a property in the whole garage. The garage had 3 levels or 4 levels. I had to walk that whole big garage and check every single door and stuff. And walk the huge property by myself. Not fun. Stairs. If you do apartment security and there are stairs, have fun because I have walked up a lot of stairs. Exercise, but it sucks. But hope you guys are in for it. Number 3 is going to be people. What I mean by people, not everybody, but paperwork. Not paperwork. Why is that paperwork? I'm sorry, guys. Not paperwork. People will tell you how to do your job and tell you what you can and cannot do. So, just remember, if you don't mind dealing with the general public in this job, by all means, it is good for you. It is good for you. Why? Because I had to deal with entitled people before, crazy people, people with mental health issues, and you name it on, right? Or people will tell me how to do my job or what I can do, and people give me a hard time, right? So you're going to have to deal with that in the job. But that's with any job. But imagine that someone telling you how to do your job and you've been doing it for, a certain amount of years, pretty much. So that's number 3. Number 4 is going to be boredom. Why I say boredom is because the job is boring. So when I first started out in security, I will put it this way. I was sitting at a desk all day and I was just sitting down all day, making sure nothing happened, walking every hour. I can guarantee you that it was boring at first, just doing that the whole time. And just sitting there like, okay, what do I do? Walk around, check the building, gotta write daily, I gotta write reports, stuff like that. But the good thing about the boredom is, depending where your post is, I have some really cool posts where I'm just sitting in my car and watching a building all day, or I have some posts where I'm inside the building, eating some food, chilling on my phone. They're going to tell you can't use your phone, but in reality, you will. In security, they're going to be like, yeah, no, you can't use your phone. You can't. So yeah, boredom. That's the key. So you got to keep yourself busy. And what I suggest is books. If you can't use your phone, books, newspapers, something that, just to, keep your mind busy, because I promise you, you will or may fall asleep. And I can guarantee you, that boredom and that sleep will hit you. Now, bonus one, number 5, is going to be working by yourself. You rarely will get a partner. I can guarantee that. there's maybe like 10% chance I ever get a partner. 10% chance I will get a partner. Or less than that. But mostly I am working by myself. My only backup is technically police, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, it's gonna be like, if you're a loner or you like being by yourself, I would just be like, yeah, man, security's for you. Now, there's some posts that might need more than one guard. You might have a cool co-worker, you might not, you know. It depends, you know, but normally the people that I work with are pretty cool. We can do a story time another time. Like, I might do a little serious story time on how I got to where I'm at today at my current job. And, you know, if you guys want to, you know, hear a story time, just let me know. But yeah, so my coworkers, working with them. Number 6. I know I said number 5 was a bonus, but number 6. Anyone that is in a leadership role, either a supervisor, lieutenant, depending on what company you're for in the rank system. But the more you move up, the more the more you got to deal with. Currently, I'm a supervisor, so from my other job, not the current job I work right now. It's stressful sometimes because I have to do a lot, and the responsibility falls on me if something happens. So that's a good thing as far as moving up to get that experience. Now, the only thing about security is if you don't know somebody or you want to say, hey, I want to move up or get promoted, it may not be that easy. Maybe, maybe not. Depends. I can't really give a general like yes or no to that, but I'm just giving my opinion. Moving up is a little bit hard. Yeah. And number 7, lastly, number 7, that's it, is the pay. The pay is on how much you get and how much you're paying for, right? 18 to 20 hours of base range, probably for, I think, a security guard. Maybe less than that. But it's who the pay you're working for. So when I started out, I made 18 an hour, unarmed. That's a lot for an unarmed, but I work for a small company. So that's the only thing. Now, if you work for a small company unarmed or you're just getting started in security, then you probably looking at 15, 14 an hour. So it's not bad money to get paid for doing nothing all day. You want to become armed. Why did I say armed security is better than unarmed security? Is because unarmed doesn't get paid much, but also depending on the site, they might get a little paid more depending on the, you know, if it's a certain site or a certain property or, you know, whoever is, you know, looking for security. But if you have, maybe you're armed, right? You probably making 20, 30, 40 more an hour. And if you're a contractor like I am, I can't really say how much I make because I make a certain amount. But if you're a contractor, you make more. If you're armed, you're making way more. Now, if you're looking to get, depending on what type of security you do, if you work in the private sector for like certain properties, private property stores and stuff like that, then you got government security, which is basically, it could be state or state or federal security is pretty good as well. My current salary is $53,000 per year. So I'm doing security, I'm making that much. Not bad money. So it's not all bad in security. So I encourage you guys, if you want to do security or you're interested, definitely go pursue it. If you guys have any questions about security or just more on, hey, I want to know more, feel free to comment on the video, guys. Thank you for listening. You guys have a good day.